Alright, so when we left off, we had placed our image onto our InDesign document as well as just throwing on a title. You should have already created a rough draft and gotten that back. That way you have just basically a roadmap as to where you want to go to and what you want your magazine cover to look like. So I can now decide where exactly do I want my image, and I'm pretty okay with him being a little bit off center here, providing a lot of space to the left. But the first thing I want to do is in InDesign, you can wrap text around an image. So I'm going to show you how this works by using some placeholder text. I'm going to right click and fill with placeholder text. You don't need to do this unless you just want to see how to make it work for you. And we have to wrap the text. So Liam here has this box, this blue outline, and that indicates where his image is. And anything I do right now, whether it be from up here where you can wrap text, or I can go and open up my text wrap panel. In the text wrap panel, we want to make sure that we use wrap around object shape. The reasoning for this is because we're going to create a clipping path that gets rid of all of this white space that is between Liam and the outer rectangle. If we go ahead and go to object and come on down to clipping path and hit options, make sure you have preview on and change it from none to detect edges. Well, to me, immediately, I'm sure you see that the text changed. However, I see a lot of bad spots. You just have to play with things like threshold. You want to go up or down, tolerance, different things like that, and just kind of play with that a little bit just to make sure that you have it where you want it to be. And hit OK. And then back in your text wrap, if you go and we can increase just that little bit so we're not right on top of the image, especially if you have a lot of hair in there or anything like that, because this will allow any text box that we put on here to get up close, however not go over because of the way that we've set it up. So there are text ways that you can change that around and you can turn it on and off. However, for the most part, you probably don't want text to go right over your image. If you do that, then you're going to have things over the face, over areas that you want to be visible. So that is how you would do text wrap. Another thing is obviously we need to add our titles. And we're not at this time going to use what's called our paragraph styles. Paragraph styles in short are where you can make preset things and where there's the main title and then subtitles and then page numbers and things like that. I'm not going to have you do that on this project. It is something we'll learn about in InDesign. But you just want to make sure that as you go and you're designing, you have your layout in front of you that you created for the rough draft that you have gotten back, and you want to make sure what you're writing looks good. Oops, somehow I moved which box I was in. And you want to put all of your titles. How to handle the craziness is a great one for toddlers here. So I shift and hit the up arrow, which selected all of it. I'm going to change my font because I want something that's a little more creative here. Make my font bigger, and you see automatically it's not going over Liam. So I need to just make sure I go down in size a little bit there and just keep on playing. And this is where you start to play and start to decide, so where exactly do I want everything? How exactly do I want it to look? And you can go and just rearrange, you can move whatever, wherever, and you might have to here and there turn on and off the actual clipping path for the image, because right now it's like that. I can change it there, I can still make it go over. Just depends on how you want it to react with the images. So here's that. You also, every time you go and you set anything, like how to handle the crazies is definitely a huge title that you would want to be focusing on. And then don't forget left alignment, right alignment, center alignment. How exactly do you really want it to go? And don't forget those little subheadings. See page 99 for details. You always see that on your magazine covers. Go ahead, change my font up, something a little bit nice. And then put that right in there. Again, with the different fonts and everything else, just like every other program, you can go and change your colors. Right now that one is showing as clear, which is quite interesting. Let's change it up. We'll go yellow. Not a good option. I don't know why I said yellow. We'll go with red. Much better. And we can go with like a green. And you start seeing how things start coming together. It's just a matter of figuring out where exactly you want everything, how is it going to look, all of that stuff. So each time you go and put your text on there, make sure you're playing with it. Make sure you're deciding what you want to go over, what you want to not go over. Move it around a little bit, and don't forget to make sure to modify each and all of the pieces. The only thing that you'll have left is to go ahead and do a background, and we'll do that in the next video. Good luck, guys.